Jupiter's Legacy Season 2 release date. Cast reveals what's coming next. This is the question that lingers at the end of Season 1 of Jupiter's Legacy, the newest live-action superhero saga. But what lies ahead in Season 2? While Jupiter's Legacy doesn't have a Season 2 release date, it hasn't even been renewed yet by Netflix. It's no secret that the streaming giant is big on Mark Millar's comic book creations. Millar tells Inverse the series could last for 5 seasons. Here's everything we know about the show's future, based on our interviews with the cast and crew, along with the original comics. What is Jupiter's Legacy? Jupiter's Legacy is a new superhero TV show based on the comic book series Jupiter's Legacy, and spin-off Jupiter's Circle, by Mark Millar, writer of Marvel's Civil War and Old Man Logan, along with artist Frank Quitely, all-star Superman. It's coming to Netflix from executive producer Stephen S. DeKnight, Spartacus, Marvel's Daredevil, who serves as showrunner. The story explores the intergenerational conflict between the old guard of superheroes and their self-absorbed, fame-obsessed children who are training to replace their predecessors. Creatively, Millar aimed to tap into his biggest influences, including films like Star Wars and King Kong, Shakespeare's Hamlet, and the Greek and Roman myths, all set in a modernized interpretation of the golden age of comic books. The Great Recession of the late 2000s is also explored in metaphor. Jupiter's Legacy, the aging superhero team known as the Union led by Sheldon Sampson, also known as Utopian, the story's Superman analog, come into conflict with their rebellious children, who are relishing all the upsides to having famous parents and superpowers of their own. It doesn't take much before a fuse is lit, and heroes become villains. The Netflix version of Jupiter's Legacy explores roughly the same story. Both Millar and series star Josh Duhamel confirm the show spans 100 years, a change from the comics' 2 timelines, one set after the Wall Street crash, the other set in the modern-day 21st century. It spans from the 1930s all the way to the present day, Duhamel told I get to play this young, ambitious, naive, and vulnerable dude who just went through terrible tragedy with his family after seeing his father die in the worst possible way, and then go off on this journey where he literally loses his mind. The 2 books that I did sort of merge them into one storyline, said Millar, who added that the story uses a Godfather Part 2-like structure, where you saw the son's life and the father's life at the same age in parallel, and what was happening to each of them. It gives it such incredible weight. When is the release date of Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix? Jupiter's Legacy will begin streaming on Netflix on May 7, 2021. The first season will consist of 8 episodes.